YouTube vinyl community, people who like to see new things I've acquired, random people on the internet. My name is Giggins, and we haven't done a video like this for quite some time. It's a recent, what I've acquired in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months at this point. Really haven't been buying anything lately. As most of you guys know who watch my videos, you know that I like to go to actual stores to buy records, and I don't do a whole lot with online shopping. Once in a while I do, but I'm mostly an in-person kind of person. In-person kind of person, if you will. And, because of COVID, it's basically impossible to go to any stores because most of them are closed, so where I am anyway, in the US. And so recently, over the last, like I said, 4 or 5 months, my acquisitions have been minimal, but the ones I've gotten have been great. And recently I did a bit of a road trip to see some family. Safely, quarantine, distancing, the whole 9 yards. We were cool, we were good, we were smart about it. But I was able to stop at a couple places where, because of COVID, there was nobody there, which was awesome. So you kind of had your own shopping experience, which was really cool. And I picked up a few things, and I've gotten some things as gifts. I had a birthday during quarantine. So just a mishmash of what we're going to look at here. So I want to start it off by showing this. This is an 8-track player I got for my birthday, or close to it anyway, from my family. And this one, I cannot find any information about this thing online, but it's Longines Symphonette. If you can read that there. But it's super cool. It's a little portable thing, takes a bunch of batteries. It weighs like 1,000 pounds, but I love this thing. You get your little changer for your tracks over here, volume and tone on this side, and I'll show you some tapes here. One of the recent acquisitions was the Beach Boys' High Water on 8-track. So let's play a couple seconds of it, shall we? It's the live version. Very cool. So that's the 8-track player. Followed, by this 8-track of Beach Boys, and also Beach Boys' Christmas album, which is in really, really nice shape because obviously it was played once a year, or once, few times in the holiday season, but very, very cool. That's a pretty early copy of this. This is probably early 70s for this one. Following that, sticking with tapes, is this really, really nice copy of Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass by the Stones. Very early paper label. You don't see these guys too often. But this thing was just too cool. Couldn't pass it up. The paper was coming off, so I re-glued it back on. And here's the tape. I'm guessing late 60s, very, very early 70s. You just don't come across this paper stuff anymore. They're pretty hard to find. Purely because they just get destroyed over time. So to find this one, it was like $5. Was pretty insane, but one of my favorite album covers they ever did. Love that thing. On to CDs, just one CD to show. This is the B-52s Rockin' Rockets live in 1998, back when Cindy was kind of rejoining the band full-time at this point. This was like a Disney festival, recorded live at Disney's Rockin' Rockets Festival, November 6, 1998. Here's a track list on the back. Not sure why it's got the 4 of them on the back, but only 3 of them on the front. I don't know what that's all about, but this is pretty cool. It says collector's edition, limited to 2,000 copies. Black polycarbonate HD compact disc. Looks and feels like vinyl. Will play in any CD player. I actually haven't played this yet. It's on my list of things to play. But, ooh, inner sleeve. And the disc. This does look pretty cool. Looks like a record. It's got grooves on it as well. And the back of it looks like an old PS1 disc. Remember these? When they were black in the back? But yeah, very cool. Does it feel like vinyl? Not really. Does it look like vinyl? Yeah. Pretty cool. Does not want to go back into its home. Yeah, very cool to find that. I've been building up my B-52s collection here. All right, let's do some 45s. Gonna blast through these. This video's already getting long. Valo, never sure how to pronounce this the correct way, but very nice copy of this picture sleeve from Julian Lennon. Very, very cool. Plastigono Band, Give Peace a Chance with Remember Love. This one's pretty awesome. Whoop. Gotta clean this one up a bit, a little bit dusty. I've cleaned most of the records, but I haven't done the 45s just yet. And then this one was an insane find. This is an original first press of Rock Lobster and 52 Girls by the B-52s on DB Records. With this logo came in different colors. This one's obviously the red one, but look how young they were. Crazy. But here's the original record. Whoa! Don't worry, I caught it. Here's the original record. 52 Girls. And Rock Lobster. These are actually different versions than the ones that were on the first album. They re-recorded it for the first record. Alright, onto the vinyl. Gonna crank through these, not gonna take them out of the bags, I don't think. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. Very cool to finally find this one on vinyl for I think I found it for $4. It was super cheap. It's a mono original. So that was cool. Diana Ross and the Supremes with the Temptations together with the poster. It's actually still attached on the back up here. So this comes out. I'll show you that one. This is kind of cool. I just don't want to take them all out of the bags because it takes forever. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? That's so awesome. But yeah, very cool to find that with the poster still attached. Love that one. This is an upgrade copy of Keeping the Summer Alive. I think I've got a couple of these now, but this one has the shrink on it. There's an X at the top. Must have been a promo for a radio station. And the label itself has some writing on some of the matrix numbers on the label. Like someone scribbled it out. So it must have been a promo for a radio station. But very cool. Still with the shrink. Nice copy. This was an awesome find. Never seen this before in person. Syd Barrett with Barrett and Madcap Laughs. It's a 2-record set from Capitol in the late 70s, I believe. Love this thing. Finally found a copy. I've been looking for this for a long time. And just happened to come across it for a pretty decent price. So I grabbed that guy. This is, Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell. The Target edition, which I still have not even opened this yet. I've been so busy. I haven't had time to crack this thing open, but it's red and black swirl color vinyl, so I can't wait to see what this looks like. But we've all heard this album a million times, but I don't have this on vinyl right now, so well now I do. But yeah, great album. Monkees live in 1967. This is an upgrade from the one I had before. Really a super clean copy of the original price sticker up top. Love that. I got that for a present too. Love that one. Copy of Surfer Girl from a friend of mine who's they were going through a relative's attic and came across some records and knew I liked the Beach Boys, and so they grabbed me some Beach Boys. They're Surfer Girl. Fabulous Stories of the Beatles. Unfortunately, it's a bootleg, but it's just an absolute stunning condition. It's got the shrink on it for the most part, and the record itself is just in gorgeous shape. But very cool. Even if it's a bootleg, it's still cool. Then we jump into my B-52s collection here, which I'm trying to actually get most of their stuff. I've been obsessed with them lately. I like them a lot right now. Well, I've liked them, but I've been just devouring everything. This is like my flavor of the week, if you will. But yeah, the first album with the shrink, it just looks incredible. It sounds fantastic. I played it a couple times in a row the other night. I love this album. That's cool. Wild Planet. Now this one and one of the other records I'll show, I got from Spin Me Round in Pennsylvania. It was my first time finally getting to go to that store. I've been watching their videos for a couple years, so I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with them. But Spin Me Round Records, they do daily videos of like what they've gotten in that day, life in the record store, goofing around, record reviews, unboxings. They're really, really fun to watch, and they're super cool people. So it was pretty far out to be inside the store. It felt like walking into a movie set because I've only ever watched their videos, and I was like, wow, these are the people from the video. This is bizarre. But they were super sweet, super nice people. But yeah, I got Wild Planet from them. So it was great to finally go to that store after years of watching their videos. Party Mix from the B-52s. I love this cover. It's just such a cool, far out, bright, early 80s funky cover. Really cool. But Party Mix takes some songs from the first album, second album, and just extends them into dance mixes. Really early remixes, if you will. This one was cool. Fred Schneider and the Shake Society. It's a promo copy. It's a gold stamp promo. Can you see that? You might be able to see that. There we go. Yeah, right there. Like Fred's like pointing at it. I played this the other night. Not my favorite thing. I'm going to try it again. A couple of songs on them were really good. But I felt like a lot of them could have been like really good B-52 songs. But this came out after Whammy and before Bouncing Off the Satellites. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And the last B-52s record is the Record Store Day Cosmic Thing from last year, which I have not opened yet, but it's also on Rainbow exclusive vinyl, which is really cool. So I'm really excited to break this one open too and see what that looks like. Probably should have made this video after I opened some of these things. So here's the other record I got from Spin Me Around. Jandek. This is a sticker someone put on there. This was probably from a college radio station. For those of you who don't know Jandek, he is a once reclusive artist, and he does shows now. But he's released, like, I'm not even kidding, at this point, 90 albums since 1978. It's outsider music. It's meant to challenge you. It's meant to make you think differently about what you're hearing. Very unconventional, out-of-tune guitars, out-of-tune instruments, out-of-tune singing. Sometimes depressive lyrics, sometimes uplifting lyrics. Sometimes he plays other people. A lot of times he's by himself. This was the last record he put out on vinyl called 12th Apostle. Came out in 1993. And it's just been CDs ever since. But it's very hard to find his stuff. And I saw this in one of the videos for Spin Me Round. There was flipping through the shelves one day, and I saw it, and I was like, what are the chances that's still going to be there when I go visit them? And sure enough, it was. But if you've never heard Jandek before, we used to play him on our college radio show because it would just freak people out because it was the weirdest music. And I got to see him live a couple of years ago with a friend of mine, and that was just bizarre. So, Jandek, look him up on YouTube. 2 more to go. Mad, Musically Mad. I just wanted to do, gonna do record face. Here we go. Is it working? Am I record facing? Excellent. But yeah, I bought it for the cover, really, but I'm a huge Mad magazine fan from back in the day. Haven't played this one yet either, but I think it's like zany classical music. But, I mean, the cover is just perfect. And the last one here, Temptations Reunion. I don't have this one yet, so this is cool. This is a good pickup. In 1980, 81, all the remaining original Temptations got back together for one album. So you got the original, what was left of the Classic 5 period. Paul Williams had passed away by this point, so he's not on it, obviously. But you got, Otis, Melvin, Eddie, David, and then Dennis, who came on after David. Richard Street, who'd been a friend with them for years, but he replaced Paul. And then Glenn Leonard, who was in the mid to late 70s. But very cool. There was a big hit from this called Standing on the Top, written by Rick James. And he's on it, too. He plays bass on it. But very cool song. And I think that's it, everybody. That's my video of recent things I've gotten in the last 6 months at this point. Let me know what your thoughts are. What have you guys been playing and spinning and picking up? And have you been shopping online? And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Giggins. This has been what I've gotten recently. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.